we continue with the Bhagavad Gita, chapter 7.
Yeah, chapter 7,
verse 2. Welcome, Nilapa Krishnadas Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. So, if you have your mobile, you can pick out Srimad Bhagavad Gita, 7th chapter, verse 2. 7.2. Busy 7.2. Google. Quickly, Google. So then you can stand with me. Okay. Om Ajnana Timirandhasya Gyananjana Salakaya Chakchur Urmilitam Jena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha Sri Chaitanya Manu Abhishtam Sthapitam Jena Bhutale Sayam Rupa Kadamyaham Dadati Sapadantikam Vande Aham Sri Gurun Sri Jutha Pada Kavalam Sri Gurun Vaishnav Angsha Sri Rupa Sagrajatam Shahagana Raghunatha Nitam Tang Sajivam Sadaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Shahagana Lolita Sri Visakha Nitancha Namo Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Swami Namine Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharini Nirvishesha Sunyavadi Paschaita Desatarini Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Radhara Srivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya
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 Om Namo Bhagavate
Srimati Jayapurna Swami Ji Name
Vasudevaya
Sanjavarayo Gayatri Papradayini Gauravatharamudayo Nagar Gramatari Hari Om. So I welcome you on behalf of Gaurnitai and the senior devotee, Dr. Prabhu, Nekhla Mataji, Raju Prabhu, Kalakant Prabhu, Rajendra Prabhu and all. So as ordered, I'm just going to speak on Srimad Bhagavad Gita, 7th chapter, 7th verse. So, please, one by one word I will chant and you please chant with me. Repeat with me. Jnanam te aham sabhijnanam idam vakkhami aseshat yat gyatva naiha bhuyuhu anyat Gyatatvam Abhishishyate. Once more. So now, 2-3 words together. Try. Jnanam te aham Sabhijnanam Idam vakhyami aseshat Yat Gyatva na iha Bhuyuhu Anyat Gyatatvam Avasishyate. Translation, word by word, by His Divine Grace. Srila Prabhupada ki
Jai
Gyatam phenomenal knowledge.
Phenomenal knowledge.
Te unto you.
Unto you.
Aham,
Aham.
I.
I.
Saw, wait. Vijnanam,
Vijnanam.
numinous knowledge.
Numinous knowledge.
Idam, this. Vakhyami,
Vakhyami.
shall explain.
Shall explain.
Asheshat,
Asheshakta.
in full.
Full.
Yat,
Yat.
what's the meaning of yat? Is given like in
Which?
which. Gatva, knowing. Not iha,
Not iha.
not in this world.
Not in this world.
Bhuyuhu,
Bhuyo.
further.
Further.
Anyat,
Anyat.
anything more.
Anything more.
Gyatatvam,
Gatatvam.
knowledge.
Knowledge.
Avasishyate,
Avashishyate.
remains.
Remains.
May I get a book or copy something for me so that I can read out. So this is Srimad Bhagavad Gita, 7th chapter, 2nd verse. And now translation by Srila Prabhupada. I shall now declare unto you in full this knowledge, both phenomenal and pneumonious. This being known, nothing further shall remain for you to know. Purport. Complete knowledge includes knowledge of the phenomenal world, the spirit behind it, and the source of both of them. This is transcendental knowledge. The Lord wants to explain the above mentioned system of knowledge because Arjuna is Krishna's confidential devotee and friends. In the beginning of 4th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, this explanation was given by the Lord, and it again confirmed here. Complete knowledge can be achieved only by the devotee of the Lord in disciplic succession directly from the Lord. Therefore, one should be intelligent enough to know the source of all knowledge, who is the cause of all causes and the only object of meditation in all types of yoga practice. When the cause of all causes becomes known, then everything knowable becomes known, and nothing remains unknown. The Vedas, Mukunda Upanishad 1.3 says, Kes kasmin bhagavata bijante sarvam idam vijnanam bhavati. Srila Prabhupada ki.
Jai.
So, in the last Friday, we have started with 7th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. Those who are coming for the first time, I'd like to recapitulate, repeat something so that this verse will be comfortable for them to get in. In Bhagavad Gita, there are 18 chapters. How many? And these 18 chapters are technically, intelligently, spiritually, transcendentally divided into 3 parts. All are equal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 chapters. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 12, middle 6 chapters. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, last 6 chapters. The first chapter, first part is called Path of Action. Can you please repeat? Path of
Action.
And the middle portion is called Path of Devotion. Path of
Devotion.
The last portion is called Path of Knowledge.
Path of knowledge.
It's a path. So if it is a path, if it is a road, if it is a street, it must start from something and going to something. Okay? So it starts from us and going to back to the Godhead. So these are the three main roads by which we can approach the Supreme Personality of Godhead. You want to go or not, it's your choice. It's a different thing. Do you want to move to highest platform where only pleasure, peace, bliss is there? You have to follow either of this path. And in Bhagavad Gita it is said that the middle path is the easiest, simplest, and most practical in this age of modern age of quarrel and hypocrisy. Right? And something like sandwich, one bread, one slice of bread in middle, jam, jelly, cheese, butter, everything. Then again top up with another piece of bread. As you know, bread, then precious, then another bread. So middle portion is always precious, tasty, valuable. Similarly, in Gita also, the middle portion, Bhakti Yoga, the path of devotion is the cream of all the paths. And fortunately, we are in that cream path now. And we have put our first day in the last class, and today in the second class, it is already given by Murtuji Prabhu, that we are going to discuss how the knowledge of God, knowledge of Supreme Personality can be understood. What is the technique by which this knowledge of God, Supreme Personality of Godhead, can be understood? In the first verse that you miss, is already there in our Facebook, maybe you can check. There we have discussed about the knowledge of God. And now in this verse we are going to see how the knowledge of God can be understood. First of all, there are two words in Sanskrit. One is jnanam, please repeat.
Jnanam.
Means knowledge.
Knowledge.
And vijnanam
Vijnanam.
means practical knowledge.
Practical knowledge.
Right? So what is knowledge? Srila Prabhupada said, the knowledge means how this universe is working and what is the working force. How this whole universe is working. How my car is working doesn't matter. How this light is giving light is not that important. Prabhupada said that how this whole universe is working. It's a very bigger concept. I'm not concentrating on how this Sweden is working. Not even concentrating how this whole world is working. That is a little knowledge. How this whole solar system is working. Maybe little large but smaller still. How this whole galaxy is working. No. Prabhupada said that if you want to get the complete knowledge, we must know how this whole universe is working. And after that, we must know what is the working force. If something is working, there must be a force behind. You are listening, so there is a force behind with which you are listening. Not it, bro. We are discussing something, orally. There is a force behind, unless I cannot speak. That force must be there. So whole universe is working, means there must be a force behind. And if I know how this whole universe is working and what is the force inside, then yes, our knowledge is complete. And our society, mind it that this is not platform for any religion. Many times we make mistake. ISKCON is a religion. No, not. It's an acronym. It is not abbreviation. What is abbreviation? WHO, WHO, World Health Organization. Is not it? Geneva. WHO. W for world, H for health, O for organization. But ISKCON is not like that. I for international. Then S for society. K for Krishna means God. CON for consciousness. So see, the name itself says that it is not religion. It's a society. International society for something. But we are pretty sure that society cannot be a religion. Can it? Probably. Society. Can society be a religion? Are you favorable with English?
No.
Yes. I don't know.
Yeah. Society cannot be a religion. It cannot be. We have so many societies in the world. Society, so many societies. They are not religion. But this is a society where we practice God consciousness. God consciousness. Anyway, it's a society. Everybody is welcome here. Door is open for everybody. There is no restriction there. That only these people can get in. It's open for all. So this is a society, and here in this society it is said that Krishna conscious means to have all kind of knowledge. Knowledge of philosophy, knowledge of science, knowledge of theology, knowledge of ethics, knowledge of morality, knowledge of physics, knowledge of chemistry, knowledge of economics, knowledge of political science, social science, everything. And everything is related to be known in this human form of life. Krishna says, God says, I will speak you means Arjun, all kind of knowledge. All kind of knowledge. And there is no doubt that all of us hankering after knowledge. Everybody. Everybody is hankering after what? Knowledge. To know. But if we know God, if you know Allah, have you heard about Allah? If you know Krishna, then all knowledge are included. So Krishna is the source of, God is the source of all knowledge. Those who read Bhagavad Gita, 15.15, 15 chapter, 15 verse say, Matta smriti jnanam apahanamsa. He said that from me all remembrance, all knowledge, or forgetfulness comes. It is Krishna he said. Actually, knowledge means basically we should know 5 things. How many things?
5.
5 things. What are they? And if you know all these 5 things, somehow your knowledge is 99.999% complete. And what are those? Who is God? Then, who are we? I mean, all the living entity. I'm not telling the human being, the devotee, or the members of ISKCON. I mean all. Right from the street dog to the human being. The first is, who is God? If I know about the Supreme One, and if I know where I am, we are, and if I know what is time, how many things I have given us? 3. One is God. Then next is all living entities. Next is time. And the 4th is activities, works. And the 5th is this material energy. Okay. If we know all these things completely, our knowledge is complete. And in every way, you must know that everyone is under control. We are independent to certain extent, but after that, we are controlled. Very simple example, which you do when we are in office, in our workplace. To certain extent, I am independent, but after that, I am controlled. I am in this DAX, given some responsibilities to me, environmental inspector. So here is your table. So I have some freedom. I can go somewhere, charge something, visit something, okay, make an audit, come back. That freedom I have. Okay, but after that, there is a control over me by someone. Office. In the street, if you go, you cannot do, loiter according to your own choice. I am coming from India. In 2019, I got a chance to drive a car. My daughter gave me a car. Said, please, I see, that's okay. But it's discomfort for me because right hand, left hand side problem is there. So in the street, say, I cannot drive according to my freedom. There is control. In the street, when I walk also, there is control. I cannot pass anywhere and everywhere other than the zebra crossing. Right? There is control. I am controlled. In the street, I am controlled. In the office, I am controlled. Everywhere. What not? While driving also, I am controlled. I cannot drive whimsically. So, when I do any activity, there is some amount of freedom, but I am controlled, under control. And there is someone who is controlling me. In the street, I am controlled by the traffic rule. In the office, I am controlled by the company rule, right? While inside a public, tram, bus, I am controlled by the traffic rule. Get me? So everywhere, I am working, I am under control, and there is a controller. And if we go on searching, who is the ultimate controller? I am controlled by him. He is controlled by him. He is controlled by someone. He is controlled by someone. He is controlled by someone. In that someone is to there who is ultimate. And generally, we call that ultimate controller, a Sanskrit word is for control, Ishwara. Is
Ishwara.
Ishwara means controller. So all of you are Ishwara. You are Ishwara, he is Ishwara, he is Ishwara. Everyone is Ishwara. Because you have certain freedom to control over something. Mother can control the site. Mother is a little Ishwara. Get me? I am a boss. I can control my subordinates. I am a small Ishwara. Even a child is also Ishwara, small Ishwara. He can control something. Sometimes a child control mother also. He is Ishwara or mother. Ishwara. But if you see, this small Ishwara is finally controlled by someone who is Param Ishwara. Who is Param Ishwara, means supreme controller. Supreme controller. And a supreme controller, you can speak like a single word, G-O-D, God. He is God. Param Ishwara. Param means supreme, superlatively. Good, better, the best. Over the best, there is nothing better. So, Ishvara, controller, and finally, the ultimate controller, the supreme controller, and he is called God. So see, I got some knowledge about God. In Brahma Samhita, it is called what? 5.1. Ishvara Parama Krishna Vigraha Sarva Anadiradi Govindam Sarva Karana Karanam Sarva Karana Karanam. He is the cause of all the causes. I am a physics person. I used to teach physics in university. So in physics, there are big scientists, not only in physics, in chemistry, in biology, now every economics, everywhere, big personalities are there. Once a question comes to a big scientist, in his sitting room. There is sun inside, and then surrounded by the planets, Mercury, Jupiter, Earth, Neptune, Pluto, in this way. Very nice model. Big scientist. Then a student came, asked a question to the big scientist. Sir, who made this model? It's by me.
Yeah.
But it's a model? Yes, it's a model. What is the meaning of model? It's a replica of some original. It's not. Model cannot be the original. So it's a model. It's a model. Then the student asks, oh, what is the who is the creator of the original? Then that very big scientist said, I know that is not me, but it is G-O-D, God. God. That is beautiful. So our purpose of the life is not only to know the controller, but to know how he is controlling. First of all, to know about the controller, God. And the second, the living entity, we. One is controller, others are controlled. And the third, the activity, how he is controlling. And how many energies the controller has got. That is called science, Vijnana. Now, I come to the main theme of this verse. How this knowledge can be understood. This knowledge of the Supreme Personality of Godhead can be understood. It is said that, first of all, we must have to make a relation with the controller. We must have to make a relation with the controller. Otherwise, you cannot understand it. If you understand Prabhuji, first of all, you must have to make a relation with. I do not know about you, Prabhu. Sorry. But if I want to know about you, I must have to make a relation with you. I do not know about this organization. You are coming for the first time, if I am not wrong.
Yes.
If you want to understand what is this going on, you must have to keep a relation. Please do come in and try to find out what is happening here. So first of all, you have to establish a relation. If you want to know the supreme knowledge of God, first of all, you are interested or not, or it's a different issue. First of all, if you want to know, you must have to keep some relation with God. After that, you do not like forget. You like continue. But to know, first of all, to understand, you must have a relation with the Supreme, with the entity about which you want to know. And the second point is, you must surrender to the entity. Because every time when you are coming, if you are coming with an egoistic mood, then I am not going to accept anything. I just come to know, but no. That will not help you to understand. Please. In the scripture it is said that try to surrender. Sishyaste aham sadimantam prapannam. Means even Arjun, you must know about Arjun. There is a character, Krishna is there, and Arjun is there. In the beginning, Arjun is very perplexed, totally lost. You want to know what he is not getting. He put so many this way, that way questions to Krishna, his friend. Then in Bhagavad Gita, in the second chapter, 7th verse, he said that Shishyaste aham sadimantam prapannam. I become your student. Please tell me now the truth. Otherwise, it is very difficult to know about this supreme entity. The supreme knowledge, it is not knowledge, it is supreme. So, Krishna says that Naham prakasa sadbhaso jugamaya samabrita murhayam naham janati lukam ajam advay. Who says that? It's very difficult otherwise to know about me because I am already covered by so many seeds. One covering, second covering, third covering, fourth covering, fifth covering. A precious thing, no? You must put it in a covered way. It is not naked to everybody, very precious thing, In India, we have, in a banks, we put a locker. Locker, what we put? The precious things. Diamond at my hand, at my home. I don't put it at my home, it is in bricks. So I put it where? In locker. And the locker is not naked. He do not put, the bank manager never put it on his table. He go to the strong room. In the strong room, he open a key, then get into the next strongest, open, get to the strongest one, put the diamond, put the lock, put the lock, put the lock, put the lock, and finally come out. Diamond is there. So supreme thing is always covered. Jugamaya samaprita. It is covered. And you have somebody help you to uncover, then only we are able to understand. What is diamond? What is the supreme? So to understand about Krishna, how to understand about the supreme, that means when we are discussing about the supreme, there must be good relation between the speaker and the listener. Say I am going to speak something to you and you are not in a mood to accept it. Fine. It is mere wastage of time, wastage of energy, is not it. When you sit to listen something, there must be some connection between you and me. Say, I do not know Swedish. Okay. If you put me a question in Swedish, can I be connected to you? No. You do not know Sanskrit. If I give you put a question in Swedish, I give the answer in Sanskrit. Is it helpful? That means, first of all, there must be a very good connection relation between the speaker and the listener. And that is in Shastra. In scripture, it is called, the listeners are called Shishya. Please repeat with me. Shishya. And one who is speaking is called Guru. I am not Guru. Guru is sitting there. So I am not Guru. On his behalf I am sitting here. Okay, anyway. So there are two classes. One is called going to listen and somebody is going to speak on somebody's behalf. So you see, one who is listening in this process in Sanskrit is called Shishya. Shishya. Very simple. And a Shishya is a Sanskrit word. Basically it comes from a word called Shish. Please repeat with me. Shish. Shish means one who like to be controlled. One who like to be controlled. And in English we often call them to be disciple. Have you heard the word disciple? Disciple also English word, and it means also one who is going to accept discipline. Is not it? One who is going to accept the disciplines is disciple. So there must be a good relation between the listener and the speaker. So we have seen that there is a supreme controller. He is controlling everything. And it does not require any academic knowledge to understand. A fool also can understand that. It's not necessary to go to school and have some degrees to understand this. In the morning we have seen sun rises in the east, sun in the west. We see sometimes sun rises in the north and set in the west? Or do you see that there is a mistake? On January 2020, sun rises in the east in Jan 1 at a certain time, 6:25, and next year unfortunately he fails and he rises at 7 o'clock. Had it happened like this? Show accurately, fraction of the second, up to fraction of second it is accurate. Sun rises, season changes, okay, summer, winter, never two summers together than winter once, never like winter, winter then summer once, summer, winter, is very nicely arranged, everything. So, only foolish only do not see that somebody is not controlling. Everything in this world, everything. Forget about you. If you think that I am not controlled by anybody, at least others are controlled. Get me? I am not controlling. I am uncontrolled. I am independent. Sorry. You are all men out, but we all are controlled. Right? Am I make sense to you? Everything, I'm full. I'm not controlled. I'm independent. Now others look at me. Oh, it's garbage. There is something wrong. I feel it's control, everybody knows it's control, and the whole universe is controlled by somebody, and this all men out. So, we see that these things are not sentimental. This everything is backed by knowledge and practical knowledge. There is sun, that is knowledge, and practical knowledge is it rises in the east in particular time, set in the west at particular time, that is practical knowledge. So that is in Gita called Jnanam and Vijnanam. Please repeat with me. Jnanam and Vijnanam. Knowledge and practical knowledge. Jnanam Vijnanam Sahitam. Okay. And now, how this knowledge can be understood? So, now, we see that we have a habit of serving. Any doubt about that? Everybody had a habit of serving someone. Sometimes I serve for the family. Sometimes I serve from some my beloved. Sometimes I serve for the society. Sometimes I serve for the country. In this way, the serving habit is very much our ingredient part. Everybody is serving. But when we see that we are serving, always we have a motive, condition behind. I'm telling you, in the material world, when we're serving, we're going to office to serve. I'm working in a university, and you know, my appointment letter, it is said that the governor of Assam is pleased to appoint you as the servant of. I'm servant. When in my resume, CV, I have to write my profession, what I should write? Government servant. Sorry, I'm servant. Because I am to serve. And when I am serving, there is always a condition behind. I am going to my university, give the classes to the students, and in the fine end of the month, I see that in my passbook account, my salary is not coming. Do you think I will continue my service? I'll stop serving. There is a condition behind the service. Yeah. So always we are serving in this material world to satisfy our desires, to satisfy our senses. And unfortunately, by serving with condition, weak desire, we cannot be satisfied. You try. We have tried. We have tried in our whole life that we serve somebody, and finally say this, I am serving although I am not satisfied. Right? There is something wrong. What is the wrong? Because in service, we do not have any service at issue, but we have a contract, condition. I am serving, I am expecting something. And this God is often called, the name of God is called Govinda. Please.
Govinda.
Little ahead, we open when this screen, we sing a bhajan. Govindam Adipurusham Tamaham Bhajami. Govindam Adipurusham. Govindam Adipurusham Tamaham Bhajami. What is the meaning? Govindam, I'll come to that. Is Adipurush. Adipurush means is a primordial Lord. Adipurusham. Tamaham, ta'aham, and you, I, bhajami. I pay my respectful obeisances to you. Govindam. Govindam, Govindam. Go means senses. Go means what?
Senses.
There are so many meanings of go. Go means cow also. But here Govinda means senses. And he is the controller of the senses. When we try to satisfy our senses by doing some service, we are not satisfied. Try it to satisfy the senses of Govinda. God. You go to church. You go to mosque. You go to the temple. You go anywhere and everywhere and try to serve whom? God. Without any condition. Then you see, you get a result. And that result is bliss. Peace in mind. I'm going to office. I'm late by 5 minutes. I'm so serious, but unfortunately because of my public transport, I got late 5 minutes and boss called me. Do you think the whole day is spoiled? It's not it. I'm going to office to earn my bread and I'm doing my service so well. At the end of the day, because of some reason or other, boss is not satisfied with me, scold me, not give me sufficient amount of my remuneration. I am not satisfied. Why? Because in this service, I have a condition, I have a contract. Look at, today you are coming to this temple with some condition. Do you have any condition? That I come to temple, you must give me something. No. Rather you give something, one-way traffic. Just give and give and give. Actually in our this thing ISKCON society, there are two words very interesting. They are called, one word is called forget. You know this word, forget? Forget. And that is we. We try to get something from God. Please give me. And he start giving. And we are getting, and finally forgetting him. That is we. Living entity. We try to get something from Krishna, you know. Try to get something from God. Sunday service. You go there and confess. Confess ours. I made so many mistakes. God, please forgive me. It's not him. And God do that. Next Monday again we forget God and start doing all this nonsense. Again waiting for next Sunday. Doing all this nonsense, go to that and finally again confess. That is we. Getting, forgetting. And what is about him? He tried to give you and finally forgive. Right? He is giving you. After some time you will get these all fruits. He will give. He will never take. He give all these fruits. And after getting, we are people getting, no? And forgetting, and Krishna forgiving. Giving, forgiving, and we are getting, forgetting. That is the difference between we and God. not you. I'm telling at least me. You try to get and forget, he try to give and forget. That's the difference. So when you come to Krishna, when you come to God, and try to give something to him, you see, he will be always satisfied. He'll be always satisfied. And that is in Shastra called Jasmin Tushte, Jagat Tushta.
Jagat Tushta.
When he is satisfied, the whole universe is satisfied. If you do not believe, try it. Honey is sweet. You do not believe, try it. Sugar is sweet. You do not believe, try it at least. Try a pinch of sugar and taste it, whether it is sweet or salt. I say, if he is satisfied, the whole universe is satisfied. Jasmin Tushte, Jagat Tushta. You say, oh no, I don't believe. Try it. You try to satisfy him, see whether you are satisfied or not. If not, there is some mistake. Either I am wrong, or he is wrong, or you are wrong. And try to find out who is wrong. That is knowledge. That is knowledge. So, we have to purify our senses. To know knowledge, to know about the Supreme, to know about the God, how to know God, He will be understood. He can be understood easily if you can purify our senses. So with that I'll finish. Now how to purify the senses? The senses can be purified by a formula called Sarva Upadhi
Sarva Upadhi
Vinirmuktam
Vinirmuktam
Tat Parabhina
Nirmalam.
Nirmalam. What is the meaning? Meaning is that these senses can be very easily purified just by making free from all kind of designation. Everybody has got some designation. I am a human being, I am man, I am Swedish, I am black, I am sannyasi, I am Brahmin, I am yogi. So many designations you have. I am a officer, so many. And in Chaitanya Saritamrita, 13th chapter, Madhya Lila, it is said that Nahang Vipra Nasa Narakati, Napi Vaishu Nasudru, Nahang Barni Nasa Grihapatirnu Vanashta Jatirba, Kintu Kruddha Nikhilla Paramananda Purna Amritabdhe, Gopi Bhattihu Padakamalayur, Dasha Dashanu Dashaha. So almost I'll read to you because this is in Sanskrit. The meaning is that we should realize that I'm not Brahmin. I'm not Brahmin, I'm not Kshatriya, I'm not a businessman, Vaishya, I'm not a labor Sudra, I am not a Barni, means I'm not Brahmachari, I am not Grihapati, I am not householder, I am not Banishtha, I am not Jutir, I am not Brahmachari, I am not like Banaprasthi, I am not sannyasi, but I am the servant and servant and servant and servant and servant of God. If you can feel that, your whole senses will be purified. And with that purified senses, you can accept the knowledge of the Supreme, the knowledge of God. So let's stop here today. Time is over almost. So I just make a summary. Today's verse is how to understand the knowledge of Supreme. First of all, we must make a relation with Him and surrender unto the lotus feet of the Supreme. And this surrender is easily done by following the scriptures, associating with the devotee, and we feel associated with the devotee. Try to listen to the Shastra only when our senses are under control. And senses can be controlled by the process called purification of senses. And the purification can be done by making us free from all material designation. It's a very systematic way to know God. First of all, to know God, we have to surrender. And surrender can be done just by listening to some senior devotees, to the scriptures. And scriptures can be understood only when our senses are controlled. And the senses can be controlled after purification of the senses. And the purification of the senses can be done just by making ourselves free from all nonsense, material, designation and desire. If you can do that, easy. Yes, he is Krishna, I understand. He is God, I can understand. But if you have this blockage in the path of knowing Krishna, it will be very, very difficult. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
So with that, let me finish. Vanchikalpa taru veshya kripa sisivro edasa patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namah anantaputi vaishnavi ki jai. So if I made any mistake by not speaking the proper word with proper spirit, Madhupuri Prabhu is their very senior devotee. Please bless me and please forgive me if I made any mistake while discussing in a very serious topic, 7.2 Bhagavad Gita. I'm not the right person to sit here. As ordered, I am sitting. So please forgive me and bless me so that I can serve you always with proper spirit and proper, like to say, way. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Prabhu, is there time for questions?
I don't know, I have to ask Mataji Prabhu. Please ask Mataji Prabhu. Is it the time for this thing, puja, or some questions are there should we discuss? I am under control.
Yeah.
I am controlled by controller. Isn't it, Prabhu?
Yes.
I have to follow the
Control.
command of the controller.
Very sweet controller.
Yes. What's it?
We have time till 7:30.
Okay.
We have still 20 minutes.
Okay, very nice.
Okay.
Okay. But I am afraid that whether I will be able to answer, give the proper answer to the intelligent questions you are going to put to me. Anyway, please, I'll try. At least I'm expecting some blessings from senior devotee like Madhupuri. Okay, please.
Prabhu, you mentioned that we have to satisfy God or Krishna to get the satisfaction. There was one verse, Yasmin Tushte Jagat Tushta. So how one can satisfy the Lord, and how do we know that He is satisfied?
Oh, very nice question. I hope everybody at least understands this question. This question is how to satisfy Krishna, how to satisfy God. And this question actually is very interesting because if we know that, then from next day these doors will be locked. I got the tricks, how to satisfy Him. I got the answer and everything is finished. Yes, good. How Krishna is satisfied? Many a time it questions goes to everybody. What to think of Krishna? This question was asked by one devotee, my God friend, God brother, to my spiritual master. It was the day of Vyas Puja. Vyas Puja, you know? Vyas Puja means birthday. Appearance day of my spiritual master, His Holiness Jayapataka Swami. I was there. And one devotee, with full courage, he put a question to the spiritual master. The question was, that day it was his birthday, so everybody gives him some gift, like, one gift, two gift, three gift, big gift, so many. Then he put a question. The master, you get so many gifts. Which gift satisfy you the most? Let me first start with my spiritual master, then the final. Then that master, spiritual master says that I'll give the answer. Let's finish the process of giving me the gift, because in between it should not be interrupted. People are going to give me gift. Yeah. This person is waiting just to get the answer from my spiritual master, Guruji. Everybody, this verse, then I was there. Then Guru has given an answer. Spiritual master gave answer to the question. He said that I was in a very poor country called Bangladesh. It's very close to India. The south west part of India, means like Assam at least. There is a small country called Bangladesh. The poor country. To that poor country, Guru, that spiritual master once visited. And it was a Vyas Puja. There, birthday celebration there. And one big merchant, he put a full box of currency. And it was so heavy, he's an old man, he cannot carry it. So he put assistants, he engaged 2 assistants to carry that box. And box is put in front of Guru Maharaj. So it is yours. Please accept it. Okay, the box of currency. Okay. And Guru Maharaj said, I want to give you something. He said, no. I am giving you unconditionally. Put it. Please accept it. He accepted. Then Guru gave a garland, this garland to him. It's a return gift. In birthday we have return gift, no? So return gift. After that one lady came. Guru said, it was in a poor country. That lady, in India, the lady used to use sari. Sari, a kind of garment. And that has got one end. In the end, she has 3 coins. In Sweden, the coins are kroner.
Yes.
The smallest one is 1 kroner, if I am not wrong. So she has 3 kroner. She put it out to give to the Guru. Give only 1 kroner and 2 put in her, and she went. After some time she again come back and she give the 2nd kroner to. Then Guruji looked to her. Then she went. After some time she again come and give the 3rd. Finish. Then she went. Okay. Then Guru, that spiritual master, asked this person who put the question, whose gift is more precious? The box of money, unconditional one, giving to me, or that 3 corners given to me? He said, I do not know. Disciples, I do not know. I am going to give the answer to you. One person is giving that box of money to save himself from income tax, donation. Other fellow lady, she came to me and give 3 coins is there, only single coin give. Next again think and 2nd coin give. Then finally give 3 coins. Even Guru said that I do not understand the motive behind this process of giving the coins to me. What all you people think? I do not understand. At the beginning I think she is a major. Okay? Do not like to give the 3 coins and give 1 coin to me. Then after some time, she thinks, okay, I may give 2. And 3rd, maybe she is thinking, okay, I just got 2. Then Guru said that I called her and asked her, why you are not giving the 3 coins in the first shop? Why you delayed this process? She said that I am a very poor lady. I am giving you the first coin, keeping the 2 coins, so that I have to go back to my village, and these 2 coins are necessary. Then she thinks on the way, why should I carry the 2 coins with me? I should give the 2nd coin also to him and this shortage of 1 coin, I can request the public transport and I'll go. Then third time, Guruji, I think that, no, I should give the third coin also to you. Then Guru say, how will you go? Say, I have full faith on you. I have full faith on God. You see now, Guru said that I am totally satisfied with the 3 coins she gave to me. And in return, Guru said, I give her the box of that currency to her. This is yours, you take. You understand my point? Guru returned the box of currency to her. And she started weeping. Tears come to her eyes. Now, so far his question is concerned, with what gift he is satisfied? Because if we can make him satisfied, then only our senses are satisfied. Krishna in Bhagavad Gita know ourselves very well. We are people of business. While doing a things, we always see what is the profit, where is the loss. We are profit-loss people. See how many profit we'll get and what loss occur to me. Krishna also understands. He is Antarjami. He knows everybody's hearts. Veda aham samatitani vartamanani sa arjuna bhavishyani sa bhutani mantu vedana kashvana. Krishna said, I know you, I know you, I know you, I know you. I know all, each and every entity. I know your past. I know your present. And I know your future. You can see anybody and everybody. Even see it yourself. But you cannot see God. Because God knows you completely. And you are going to satisfy God with your imperfect senses. God says that, yes, I know you, beta. I know you, my son, my daughter. So please give me only 4 days. Patram puspam phalam tuyam yume bhakta prayatsati tadaham bhuktaya pauritam astami prajatmana. Krishna said, oh, you are coming to me. And everybody put their question. It is not Prabhu's question, it is my question, your question, everybody's questions. After hearing to all these things, I must know how can I satisfy God. Krishna said that you give me patram. Patram means a leaf, you can give me. Krishna beg a leaf from me. A leaf. And if possible, that leaf should be basil leaf. Tulsi. Tulsi we call. Tulsi in English?
Basil.
Basil. You know basil?
Oh.
Patram. Then say, no. In Sweden, it is very difficult to get Krishna. Gornitai. Very difficult to grow a tulsi plant. Say something else. Krishna said patram, then puspam. Can you get a flower someday? Please give me. Any flower, any flower. And if possible, if it is smelling good, it's good. So from patram to down to flower. Then some say, I don't have money to just purchase a flower. I don't have sufficient, space to plant the flowers, no? And penniless Krishna. Then Krishna said, patram puspam phalam. Can you somewhere get a fruit somewhere? It's not me, said Krishna said. Can you arrange a fruit for me? Not necessarily to be a very costly fruit. I have seen in Sweden, everywhere there is apple. And you not necessarily go to the market and collect apple. Here, apple automatically fall down and get one apple for Krishna. Somebody says, no, I don't have time to give you fruit also. Krishna says, okay, I'll have to do some lower arrangement for you. Patram difficult, puspam difficult, a leaf is difficult, a flower is difficult, a fruit become difficult, patram, puspam, phalam, then tuyam. Can you arrange a drop of water for me? See, that is Krishna. Please. Give me a leaf. No. Give me a flower. No. Give me a fruit. Or no. Please. Some amount of water if you can. See, go to that level. He is satisfied if you give any of these 3 things. This doesn't mean that we have to give him patram, puspam, phalam and tuyam. We have to give him a leaf, we have to give him a fruit, we have to give him a flower, we have to give some water. No! If you have sufficient, you give all, because it is Krishna's only. But if not, at least give them. But do not give with pomp and glory. Do not give as advised by Krishna. Krishna in Gita it is said, a patra I should collect and give to him. Yes, I pluck one vessel, leaf. Krishna, it is yours, you take. No, Krishna said, I am not going to accept that. I will accept that if that offering mixed with devotion, it is mixed with love. You must give from your heart. Then our senior devotee says that Krishna actually said that I accept. At that moment, when you mentally think that I am going to give, you get my point? I'm not going to, I'm just have a desire to give. Krishna said that. If we desire, bhava, feeling to satisfy Krishna, to give something to Krishna, Krishna said that that moment I accept it as it is. That is why he is known Bhavagrahi Janardhan. Please. He is accepting only feelings. No, but we should not be like this. Oh, Krishna said that he is going to accept my feeling. Let me accept anything and desire anything and everything. Krishna says, I am going to give you a big house. I am going to give you all the wealth of this universe and all and this and this. Are you satisfied? Krishna says, no. One thing is missing: love. Where is the love? I am not getting the love taste of it. So, whatever you give, whatever possible, you give to Krishna. If not, at least mentally you give, but mix with love. Tadaham mukta aparahitam astami prajatmana. Patram puspam phalam tuyam yume bhakta prayasari. So, whatever you give, yat karushi, yat tasnusi, yat juhusi, darasi, yat tapushishi kunte, yat tatkarus, mat arpanam. Krishna says you do whatever you want to do. You eat whatever you want to eat. You donate whatever you want to donate. You do austerity, whatever you want to do everything. Eat everything. Please. Just remember me this once. So if you remember Krishna from your heart, that is actually our whole this mission's motto. Always remember Krishna, never to forget him. I repeat, always remember Krishna, please.
Never remember Krishna.
Never
Never
forget.
to forget.
Always remember God, never to forget him. So one neophyte person, newly come person, asks me, Prabhu, a very good thing you have given. I don't have money and anything. So finally I got that I have to remember Krishna. Yes. And never forget. Okay, I'll do one thing. Krishna, God. He'll be satisfied. No. I said, no, he'll not be satisfied. He'll be bored. Always remember. It doesn't mean that you remember Krishna and have to utter like God, God, I love you, God, I love you. God says, no. Your love is enough. It's very troubling, it's very boring. Please make quick certain amount of love and give to me a flower, anything available with you by your side. Please just give me and go. That is Krishna. So to remember doesn't mean that you have to put an earphone in your ear, put your all arrangement, and there is Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Just 24 hours. No, that is not remembrance. That is not remembrance. Remembrance, it should be in the heart. Yeah, I remember you over and out. You see, you remember your father. So is it necessary to put in a piece of paper, oh, my father's name, this is my father. No, not that way. It is already imprinted in your heart. When I ask about your father, you remember him, no? Because you have some love and care, affection for him. Krishna says, that way you try to remember. May I say this to you, Prabhu? Yes. So our senses, how to satisfy the senses of Krishna? Just remember him. Try to give something with love and care. with utmost your affection, then he will be satisfied. And when he is satisfied, all of we are satisfied. So Prabhu, your question please.
So, I was thinking, Prabhu, a very good point came to your lecture that God always give, and then forgive. So my question was related to that. Say when we do our seva or service in ISKCON, we are always conscious that okay, we should not commit any mistakes, that we should not do any. For example, some unknowingly we should not do any mistakes. So is it like God forgive with some terms and conditions applied? That okay, only if I ask for forgiveness, then only He forgives, or is it like I have to be still careful and He doesn't forgive in all the cases? How is it?
So another very intelligent question. Unfortunately, this school have to answer. Very intelligent question. The question is that he said that what is the limit within which God forgives? Actually, the thing is that in India, we said that if you do it unknowingly, you are excused. If we are doing it knowingly, we are not excused. How? That has got too many. Actually, see, in the law of material law, if you are doing something knowingly, you will be punished. If you are doing something unknowingly also, you will be punished. This is material. For example, parking a car in the wrong place is a nonsense. It is offending. So I do not know, I park it. Okay? And one time the traffic police came and charged me certain penalty. Do you think that he will excuse me because unknowingly I put my car here? No. Or can he give me some relaxation because your lack of knowledge? Okay, your penalty is less. No. And knowingly, same thing. Knowingly or unknowingly I made mistake. In the law, material laws, he will be punished. But Krishna, God, He is known as the ocean of mercy, most compassionate, Mahavadannaya. Mahaprabhu is the God of this Kali Yuga. He is the most magnificent, most compassionate. He is the Father. And what Father? He is the Supreme Father. Father, and at the same time, He is Antrijana. He knows anything and everything. Do you know what I am thinking at this moment? No. Then you ask me a return question. Do you know what I am thinking?
No.
I also do not know. We do not. Krishna knows everything. Krishna knows everything. So Krishna very easily understand that if you made a mistake, He is going to forgive you. If He is pretty sure that actually your intention is good, but your action may be faulty. You see, in English there is a proverb. Actions speak louder. Have you heard this proverb? Action speaks louder. If you do something, it carries more sense. For example, I am trustee, and he is a very good friend of mine. So I am very trustee, I am very trustee, I am very trustee. Many times he is not leaving his position, and you go to the kitchen and bring water for me. You see, if a question goes, who is more dearest to me, you or he? Definitely you, because your action speaks louder. You love me, but not supplying. You do not know me, but you are so compassionate. you give a glass of water to me, knowing my condition. So your position is A1. That is, material literature. Action speaks louder. Then one Vaishnav Acharya said, then what speaks the loudest? Louder, loudest. Loud is loud. Action is louder. What is the loudest? Bhakti Vikas Maharaj, Bhakti Vikas Maharaj, he said that intention speaks the loudest. Intention speaks the loudest. Action speaks the louder, not the. Action speaks louder and the intention speaks the loudest. With what intention you are doing the things. And Krishna is the master of knowing the intentions of everybody. That is his Bhavagyahi Janardana. He is Antarjami. He can penetrate your heart and make a full analysis what is going on there. And after that he will going to forgive you or punish you. Get me? So when we do something, at least our intention should be pure. Our intention because speaks the loudest. Action I may not be able to. I have a strong intention to come to today's program at home, but unfortunately some happened to me, I couldn't come. But I am listening to that Facebook or online class. Somebody is here sitting and thinking something else. So who is more dear to Krishna? Someone who failed to come at home, but his intention is loudest. May I be able to give the answer to you, Prabhu?
Yes, good. Thank you very much.
Finish. Any question? If questions are there, we can discuss after. Because before putting question, I just take a permission from you. Somebody says that up to 7:30. So it is now 7:35. So we can stop here. People? Nursing. So nursing up? Please, Prabhu.